JoyNews is learning that Operation Vanguard is today set to retrieve more of the excavators that had gone missing following their seizure. Of the over 300 excavators seized by the National Anti-Galamsey Task Force, the Interministerial Committee could not tell the whereabouts of nearly 140. Today, the small-scale miners have revealed that so far over 100 of its members have reported that their excavators were seized, a situation they say has largely affected members. We'll hear from the association chairman soon. But first, my colleague Latif Idris visited the aviation park in Adenta, the Civil Aviation Park in Adenta, where about 90 of the excavators are being kept.
The fight against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, has taken an intriguing twist. The fight has somewhat left the bushes, the water sources and the forest reserves, and has now found its way on the corridors of power, with accusations and counter-accusations, and a few arrests along the way. The fight, which we all know started intensely in 2017 when President Akufo-Addo took over as president, led to the arrest and seizure of about 500 excavators. At least that's what we were told by then Lands and Natural Resources Minister John Peter Amewu. Today, the fight has taken a different twist. After these excavators, 500 of them were told were arrested. Miraculously, some of these excavators went missing. These excavators were seized from illegal small-scale miners who were doing their businesses in the river bodies, in the forest reserves, and the country's most treasured places. The excavators are now at the center of the controversy and the intriguing stories that are unfolding in the fight against the illegal activity of mining. Behind me, we can find dozens of some of the excavators that were seized from illegal small-scale miners who were doing their nefarious activities in the bushes and forests of the country. Today, we know some little over 300 have been retrieved. Now, out of that, what we have here is nowhere close to 300. And even out of the 500 excavators that were seized, only a little above 300 have been found or located. Question is, where are the remaining excavators? And that is why some appointees, government appointees who were entrusted and very instrumental in the arrest and seizure of these excavators are now bound to answer the questions about where exactly these excavators are. We are told some of the excavators have been sold out in Ghana and outside the country. We are also told some of these excavators that were seized between 2017 and 2019 have somewhat miraculously found their way back into the forest doing the illegal business. Some have also miraculously gone missing. Today, we are here to trace the remnants that have been found here at Adenta Aviation Park, which is the center. We are told by authorities that this is where all the excavators that have been retrieved across the country are going to be parked. In the meantime, we know that Ekwewusi and some other individuals are currently facing the law for their involvement in the missing excavators. Only time will tell how far this fight will go. And already we know some individuals are already coming out with documents to show that indeed some of their excavators were seized by the team, and that some of the individuals who have been arrested by the police to assist with the investigations are complicit. That is left for the police and investigators to ascertain whether these are facts or mere speculations. From the Adenta Aviation Park, which is serving as the coalition center, if you like, for the excavators that have been retrieved by government, this is yours truly, Latif Idris, reporting for JoyNews.
Well, you recall that on Wednesday, the leader of the Special Monitoring, Evaluation, Evacuation and Investigation Operations of Operation Vanguard revealed that the task force had started retrieving some excavators that went missing following their seizure. But today we understand that the team will be retrieving more. And my colleague Latif Idrissa is still with the team. Hello, Latif. Hello, Latif.
Hello, Gifty, I can hear you.
Right. Do tell us, what's the update? If you do hear me, Latif, we know that the Operation Vanguard team is looking to retrieve more of the excavators. What is the latest? Have they found any?
Yeah, Gifty, so you are right. The team is on the ground doing some wrecking and putting in place mechanisms with the team, all in a bid to identify and retrieve these excavators that have gone missing. As of yesterday, our sources told us that after successful wrecking in 2 different regions across the country, they've identified 4 different excavators as of yesterday. These excavators were told will be retrieved today, but for some reason, that operation, we are told, has been placed on hold. And so the 4 that have been identified, as we speak now, Gifty, the team has not moved in yet to retrieve those excavators. We do not know what has informed this latest development of holding on for this latest retrieval. But we know that this was supposed to have happened in 2 different regions. Okay. We will not put the names of these regions out there for obvious reasons. So that is where we are when it comes to the retrieval processes.
So then quickly, Latif, if they are no longer looking for the excavators to retrieve them, what exactly is the team doing on the ground?
If you can say again.
I'm saying, if the team is no longer going after the excavators to retrieve them, what exactly are they doing on the ground today?
If you can repeat the question.
I'm saying, Latif, if the Operation Vanguard team is no longer looking to look for excavators and retrieve them, exactly what have they been doing on the ground?
Hello, Gifty.
Right, it's difficult to hear Latif Idrissa there, but as you heard him, that search by the Operation Vanguard team of other excavators for retrieval has been suspended, according to Latif Idrissa. He says no reason has been given, but we'll find out why as we go along.